What up, YouTube? Here with a post-fight video for Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G3, the trilogy bout. Before I give y'all the summary of what took place in the fight, I'm going to tell y'all the results first. Canelo Alvarez was able to pick up a unanimous decision win. I personally had the fight score 116 to 112 in favor of Canelo Alvarez. And how the fight went throughout majority of the fight, Canelo Alvarez stayed more active. He did a great job at timing and countering Triple G, beating him to almost every punch. He was the faster fighter. Triple G, in the earlier parts, he wasn't letting go as much as we would normally see him let go. He wasn't as active, and maybe the reason why he was limited in this fight, especially in the beginning part of the fight, like I said, is because, it's my guess, Triple G did not tell the interviewer during the post-fight interview. I didn't get to check out any of the post-fight press conferences, but I did see the post-fight in-ring interview, and Triple G did not say why he wasn't throwing as much. But my guess is, like I said, Canelo was doing a great job at timing and countering Triple G's attacks, and he was a faster fighter. Triple G, I mean, if you look at his most recent fights before this fight, he's been looking more slower as of late, and that comes with father age. And I don't know if it's because he wanted to save his stamina for the later rounds and he didn't want to gas out by throwing too much in the earlier rounds, so maybe he was holding back, or he was cautious of Canelo Alvarez's counterpunching ability, that he wasn't letting go as much because he didn't want to get hit with all the counters by a faster fighter. And that's my guess though. And Canelo Alvarez, he also fought a good, smart fight. He showed good skills of ring generalship, and yeah, this was the most clear fight out of the trilogy. The first two fights were both questionable. If y'all go check out my preview video to this trilogy bout that we saw yesterday, I said Triple G, in my opinion, I thought Triple G definitely won the first fight. The second fight, I had scored it a draw. But this fight, I had the fight score, like I said, 116 to 112 in favor of Canelo. That's a more wide of a margin than the first two previous fight between these two fighters. And Canelo Alvarez, he fought a fight where he looked more comfortable. In the later rounds, like I said, Triple G turned it up a notch, and was I don't know if it was out of desperation, but he gave up too many rounds for him to try and rally back. And Canelo, if y'all look at the first two fights, especially if y'all go look at the second fight, Triple G was trying to bait Canelo in for a brawl, and Canelo Alvarez proved from the first two fights, I would say, that he could meet fire with fire. And Triple G, like I said, y'all go look at prior fights before his fight yesterday with Canelo Alvarez. You could see him be more slower, and his ability to absorb punches, I would say, isn't the same as it once was when he was in his prime. He is over 40 years old. That comes with father age. And Canelo Alvarez, he is a highly skilled fighter, defensively as well. He's got good head movement and good upper body movement, and he does a good job at slipping away from punches. And Triple G knows from fighting Canelo Alvarez the prior two times that Canelo Alvarez is a defensively sound fighter as well. So he knows that Canelo Alvarez does a good job at avoiding punches, and as well as he's got good counterpunching abilities as well. And he definitely respected the speed of Canelo Alvarez in this third fight, as, like I said, Triple G showed signs of slowing down technically and definitely speed wise as well. And yeah, I mean, a lot. I don't even want to focus on the doubts or whatever. Yeah, shout out to Canelo Alvarez on this hard fought win. Triple G, in my personal opinion, should retire. This was his first fight outside of 160 pounds. This fight was fought at a catch weight at 165 pounds. That's why I got it mixed up there right quick. And yeah, well, I mean, he does still hold the IBF and WBA middleweight titles, and he did say during the post-fight interview that he doesn't plan on retiring. I guess he still wants to defend his middleweight titles and go back to fighting at 160 pounds. And as far as Canelo Alvarez goes, he did talk about he has unfinished business at light heavyweight. Now I don't know if he wants a rematch with Bivol. Bivol got a fight coming up. I think in a month or two, defending his WBA light heavyweight title. Now I don't know if Canelo, the undisputed super middleweight champion, could. I mean, he's done it before. He's a former light heavyweight champion, but he's got great ambition, and I guess he feels that he has unfinished business at light heavyweight. I think the fight that we all want to see as fans is Canelo Alvarez defend his undisputed crown at 168 pounds. He's defeated the top fighters at super middleweight. I think the only fighter left that's gonna give Canelo any kind of threat is David Benavidez. But I think the next fight for Canelo Alvarez, he's going to have that fight broadcasted on the Zone, and we all know that David Benavidez is under the PBC banner. So I don't know if they're gonna make that fight happen next, but I think that's the fight that's the most compelling from my perspective. But if Canelo Alvarez wants a rematch with Dimitri Bivol, if Bivol successfully defends his WBA light heavyweight title in his next fight, maybe that's what Canelo Alvarez and his team is going to be campaigning for that next fight. I don't think he's gonna challenge Arthur Beterbiev. That's also due to promotional. Of course, Beterbiev, he's with Top Rank, and Canelo Alvarez, he works with Eddie Hearns in the Zone. So I don't know what's next with Canelo Alvarez, but like I said, I think the best thing for him to do next is defend his undisputed super middleweight titles. Who y'all want to see Canelo Alvarez face next? And do y'all, like, as boxing fans, do y'all want to see Canelo compete and fight once again at light heavyweight? Y'all let me know. And do y'all want to see Triple G retire? Do y'all think he should retire? I mean, if y'all go look at the fight with him and Murata was doing good up until like the mid rounds. Triple G, I don't know, I guess he does give up earlier rounds to save up his stamina. He's a slow starter now, because I don't know, like, you know, he's an older guy now, so I don't know if Triple G you know, can become undisputed middleweight champion. The middleweight champions haven't been fighting each other. The first unification middleweight title fight we saw was the Murata Triple G fight. We don't see Charlo showing any desire to want to fight Andrade. Andrade wants to fight everybody, but he can't seem to get the fights that he wants, which I want to see from Triple G next. And what's y'all opinions from the trilogy bout we saw yesterday between Canelo Alvarez and Triple G? Y'all let me know in the comments. Subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff, and peace.